Okay, so I screenshotted a video before this talking about fascism and how this black guy, he's talking about either party, Republican or Democrat, they're not for us. It's just a fascist state. America is a fascist state, which we all knew. We been knew, right? But my point, and it's prompting me and it's inspiring me to make a video, and I want to title it like Utopia something, because I feel like my ideals, I guess, would be in the category of more utopian, even though I do feel like they are doable within my lifetime. It just requires many people to want a different life, and that requires people to have different ideals, core values that benefit them. Like, they benefit everyone else, but ultimately they benefit themselves, right? And earlier today I watched a lady, she had a video about AI and how AI is going to be taking away most jobs, which we also all know AI is going to be taking away most jobs, and how so many people are going to be to the point where, and she predicted this, not me, but she's saying so many people to the point where they're going to be so hopeless, to the point where people start taking their own lives. And I could see that. But it's going to disrupt so many industries within the next 10 years, and that's going to happen in our lifetimes for sure. And right now, everyone is so slow to change their core values of what they believe and the life that a prosperous life that they envision for themselves. Like, it's taken everyone so long that the change that's happening is gonna happen quicker than everyone else changing their minds. But anyway, it's prompting me to make a YouTube video about, I guess I'm gonna categorize it as a utopia, but I want to do some research and put together a full thought out there, and I'm probably gonna have more of these, but dealing with the same theme. And my response to the video I saw earlier and the other video that I saw earlier of the lady predicting what was gonna happen in the future was basically that America, let's go with one, because the guy, he was talking about America, and the lady, she was talking about society as a whole. But the guy talking about America, my point that I would like to make in my video is that, first of all, we been knew that America was fascist. Second of all, it would take people having to let go of those ideals of them sitting on the throne in order for the world to be different, right? And I want to basically propose different strategies and different values that still benefits the individual, but it'll be a smoother transition basically to what's about to happen, which is everyone losing their jobs. And I want to do a breakdown of the new education that people need to have, and a new, just a new way of life. Like I said, a utopian lifestyle, and the new education that people should have, and the introduction to just how to maximize your free time when everyone isn't gonna have a 40-hour work week anymore. And of course, basic needs will have to be met instead of putting so much money into wars and stuff like that, and CEOs being so damn greedy and hoarding wealth. What does it look like when everyone's basic needs are being subsidized? Housing, food, shelter, water. What does it look like when everyone's basic needs are being subsidized and they have that free time to focus on their actual purpose, their actual calling, their actual interest, their actual happiness, to pass time? What does that look like? And I also want to make a point that I'm pretty sure there's going to be multiple videos, but I want to also make a point that the people who rule the world now, the CEOs of the world, the dictators of the world, the presidents of the world, the prime ministers of the 1% of the world, the prime ministers, all of them, whether government or business, the 1%, I feel like they don't want this utopia to happen because they benefit from people all being on a hamster wheel, basically. Most people are on a hamster wheel. The bottom 90% of people, 99% of people are on a hamster wheel all over the world. And what does it look like when people have so much free time to go into their interests. I feel like people going into their interests is a threat to the 1%, not because, oh, they got free time to go find the 1% and like bust their door down and beat them up. No, I feel like they have time to actually elevate themselves, which in turn will elevate humanity. It will literally elevate the species. And my examples of this is many people, but for one, to keep this video short, are people like the Wright brothers, right? The Wright brothers had time and money to explore their interests, like so many other people in the middle class who are lucky enough to be raised in the middle class where they have the time and interest. But imagine if the whole world was middle class, like there are children or just people, period, that they don't have to worry about their basic needs being met. They don't ever have to worry about, like, is there going to be bread in the cupboard, or is the lights going to come on, or is the water going to work, or hot water is going to work. They have time to explore their interests. And yes, you have your middle class people that fall into the wrong things. They become drug addicts and sell their mama's house for $5 for some crack. But I feel like those humans will balance themselves out. Like those humans, if you literally started everybody on this new ideas that I'm going to go down a list in the points that I'm going to make in my videos, those people who are going to go the wrong way and be raised middle class, get into the wrong things, and sell their mama's house for $5 worth of crack, those people are going to do that anyway. I feel like within 5 years, by year 6 and 7, you will see the world balance itself out. Like those people who were of that mindset or of that mentality or just of that whatever, right? They're gonna, that trajectory of their life is gonna happen anyway. It's just gonna happen quicker, and I feel like it'll balance itself out anyway. You know what I mean? I feel like the threat of, oh, well, if you know, whatever, let the mice play, that rich people use to fearmonger everyone into being on a hamster wheel of, oh, when the cat is away, the mice will play, that type of ideology, I feel like is to slow progress. Because if you slow progress, whatever they're the queen or king of, whether that's government or a certain industry, whatever they're the king and queen of, they can keep control of that, because humanity is still on a hamster wheel of basic needs. But if everyone had their basic needs met, they would have more time to put into the things they want to bring into reality, the ideas and dreams they want to bring into reality. You know what I mean? Not building someone else's reality that someone else is the king and queen of. Like, we're literally these kingdoms, these countries, these businesses are kingdoms of someone else's dream. But if we didn't have to be a part of someone else's kingdom of their dream, we could be building our own kingdoms and our own dream. And I feel like that really is the threat of these people that like to play God, which is, I don't want you to run away from me and my kingdom, even though, you know, like, let's say this was the 1500s, we don't have running water and we don't have electricity. How fast would the species have gotten electricity and running water back in the 1500s if people weren't spinning all their wheels building up someone else's kingdom? That's the point that I'm making. That's what I would like to talk about, and the direction I want to go in my videos. I'm pretty sure, I don't know how many I'm going to make, but I want to make points about these. I'm going to call it utopia for lack of better words, right? But I want to do a little research here and there to make my points, to bring my ideas to life, because I'm very inspired and I feel like I should put my ideas out there, and I feel like Spirit is going to like credit me the way I need to be credited. Even if someone tried to take my ideas and run with them, you know what I'm saying? Like, Spirit is going to credit me the way that I need to be credited. And for me, honestly, I would give up credit if it means that the world, which, I mean, we never say never, right? But I would give up credit if it means that the world will do. If the world will just do, and in turn, we all have a smoother transition into this new life of us having free time of 40 hours during the workday, during the daylight. to just focus on building our own dreams and building our own kingdoms, I feel like we would literally already be living on Mars already. We would have had electricity back in year 1707 or some shit. We would have been had electricity. We would have been had running water. We would have been had these things. I feel like there are certain personalities, I'm gonna call them that, personalities that need humanity to stay low and to stay focused on, again, on someone else building, helping someone else build their dream for basic needs, than for them to have that free time, because it's really a threat. Again, it's a threat of their control. It's a threat of their control. Because, like, for real, we will be way further along if people have free time. I feel like the person that has the formula, or the group of people that have the formula to allow us to teleport or time travel, they're working at somebody else's company, like on opposite sides of the world of each other. They're on the opposite sides of the world, opposite sides of the country, opposite sides of the state, opposite sides of the city, and don't even know each other because they too busy all working, trying to just get their basic needs met. But if things were flipped around, they would have, by series of events, they would have all met each other because they all got the same common interests. They all would have met each other and like, damn, you got this piece, I got this piece, I got this piece to the puzzle, you got that piece to the puzzle. Boom. We didn't figure out how to do away with fossil fuel. We didn't figure out some new shit. We don't even need fossil fuels anymore. We didn't figure out so much shit. So much shit. Time travel, how to not kill the fucking environment and still fly. Flying is cheaper. Damn near basically free. Living is free. Food is free. We don't need these systems. We don't need these systems. Like, we the only species on this planet walking around looking crazy. We the only species on the planet creating more and more hurdles for basic necessities as a living being. All living beings on the planet, and we're the only species creating problems to get to basic needs. You are distancing yourself from basic needs, food, shelter, and water, as a species. And the species agrees to it. When the last time you seen a lion purposely move himself away from his food? Why would I do that? Why would a lion do that? No, I'm gonna live close to the food. The food is moving, I'm moving with the food. Why am I creating an entire system to make it harder for me to get food when there are times where I can go a whole week without eating? And I'm going to create a system to where now it takes me 2-3 weeks to not eat. I will fucking die. We're as a species, we love to identify with the strong animals. Oh, we're lions, we're tigers, we're bears. We're all the strong animals, all the cool animals. But when the last time you seen any one of these cool animals create distance and create more hurdles for themselves just to get their basic needs met? When the last time you seen a fucking bear not find a cave knowing that in his terrain, bitch, winter is coming? When the last time you seen a bear be like, nah, it's cool, I don't really need housing, I don't really need anywhere to hibernate? Knowing good and well that is a part of what you do as a bear. You gotta make sure you have a nice cave to ride out the winter in. When the last time you've seen a bear create on purpose distance from his basic needs? But then you got humans running around here creating more and more problems away from their basic fucking needs. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to, bitch, at this point, whoever got magic, where the witch is at? I'm gonna need you to wave your wand and turn me into a frog. The life of a frog makes more sense than the life of a human being. It's not a flex to live on Earth and call yourself human, is the point that I'm making. Let me get off my soapbox. But I think I got most of my ideas out that I want to talk about eventually.